Welcome everybody, Radio23 here, got another edition for the Boom Beach Playbook. I believe this is tech from Dunan and Angry Turtles. We're going to be looking at Axiom. So here we go, let's have a look at the map. Usually on the right hand side there's just single shot defenses. So we can usually go with a pretty sloppy landing, we don't have to worry about it too much. You can use a flare landing, obviously make sure you stay out of range of these rocket launchers over on the left, or any splash damage that is around. And then you obviously want to count the shots up high, and we're going to be aiming for this corner just to the left of the power cell, and hitting the core from around about 12 o'clock. So here we go, we're just going to start off with flag landing. Obviously there's nothing for the Zookas to anchor to, so they're going to be spreading and moving towards any sort of defense that they can find. So at this point you could choose to either do an anchor flare, so you could flare sort of anywhere between these defenses, well, between the sniper tower and the boom cannon. That would line you up pretty good. Or you could start off with a flare landing and then flare directly all the way up to the top. I'd probably go with a flag landing as Dunan did, and then flare between the boom cannon and the sniper. Just that's what I would prefer. But Eco decides to go, even though they're all spread, he's going to go straight up. So you can get the smoke around the single shots. It's quite they're quite slow at retargeting, so you're all freaking out trying to find targets. I think he only lost a handful there. And then he knows the path of the Zookas, and that is the key. You need to watch these videos and make sure that you know exactly where the Zookas are going to go. This was the flare spot right on that wall. So you want to be, you can see where these lines are. Use all of those references, sort of this line on the beach where you normally throw for your two smoke landing, and this line follows up to where the boom cannon is. That's going to be a straight line all the way back to this wall flare. So that's where you want to be throwing your smokes. Make sure you're covering all the different avenues that your Zookas could be taking. Doesn't look like there's any mines to clear, so that's all good. And then around about here, so just under the core, this is when you want to be throwing your reflare. Obviously you don't want to forget the reflare. If you forget, the Zookas are all going to spread and get all roasted by the flamethrowers. And I usually suggest throwing these last two smokes at the same time. You don't want to throw the second to last smoke too far right, which can be a bit of a tendency, because if the Zookas walk left, they could get roasted, or you lose the delay. You see that Dunan has not lost the delay yet, which is perfect. Not anything that matters, maybe some of these things, but that's all good. And we're just going to be, once all the Zookas are inside that corner, they're going to target the defenses that are around, and that's fine because the Zookas are all going to stay nice and grouped under the one smoke. But like I said, feel free to drop two at the same time, and then it doesn't matter if they spread as much. And then we're going to flare onto the core. The Zookas are going to move slightly down, but they should still stay within that smoke. And then we're going to be throwing out our shocks. Boom, boom, boom. And it's game over. There's a few single shots in range, but that's fine. Just we're going to be hammering the core, reshocking as required, and down will go the core. So that's Axiom. Pretty standard path. You just got to make sure that you know where your Zookas are going to go. Once you've practiced it a few times, once you look at the replays, if you see someone go before you, definitely watch the replay a few times. Get that flare right on that wall, and the Zookas will walk super consistently. If you need to begin with, obviously bring your smokes a lot tighter together, and then once you get more confident, you can start lengthening them out, and you might be able to get away with like one less smoke over the whole path. So that's the Axiom, some pretty standard hit. Definitely get amongst it, and just hit it, smash it, own it. That'll do for this video. Give us a thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't, and subscribe for more Boom Beach.